Welcome back to Kabiga's Reviews, and this time we're looking at Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, the third of the Ant-Man movies. Now, a little bit of history. Scott Lang is an ex-convict who gets Pym tech from Hank Pym in the first Ant-Man movie and goes on to become an Avenger who ultimately helps to save the world in Avengers Endgame. He can shrink and he can grow. I mean, you guys know this. There's a reason why you're Marvel fans and probably a reason why you've clicked on this video. Now, I'm going to try and give you my thoughts in a spoiler-free way, okay? So my plan is no spoilers, all right? So tonight I went to see Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, and this movie is a true delight for the senses. It was really, really great fun. Now, my son said that it was actually better than Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Now, I agree with that. I do agree with that. And that's not to take anything away from Black Panther. It's just that Black Panther had a job to do. Following the sad passing of Chadwick Boseman, it had a heavy burden and it did it superbly. Never ever take anything away from Black Panther. But this is a very, very different movie. I liken it to the difference between the original Black Panther and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Both absolutely amazing, but totally different, tonally, visually, and from a story point as well. So back to Ant-Man. In this movie, we pick up after the blip and after Avengers Endgame, and Scott's written a book called Look Out for the Little Guy, which incidentally you can actually pre-order on Amazon. I believe they're actually releasing that book. If they're not, then I'll look a bit silly. Maybe you can tell me in the comments below, but I'm sure I've seen it for pre-order. Look Out for the Little Guy by Scott Lang on Amazon. Maybe I'll put a link to it in the description. Check it out. Anyway, so Scott's somewhat of a celebrity, living a celebrity life, and his daughter Cassie has been trying to map the quantum realm using a device that she's created. Okay, and to do so, like sonar, it sends a signal down, collects the data, which is bounced back, and she can then map it, much like a sonar sort of thing, as I've said. This angers Janet, who gets a bit panicky, and the story kicks off from there. Now, none of that's a spoiler because that's pretty much what they tell you in the trailers, okay? So that's what kicks off the story. Now, in this film, it is so great to see Michelle Pfeiffer back and Michael Douglas back and Evangeline Lilly, as well as Scott Lang and not Scott Lang, what's his name? Paul Rudd. I swear to God, I really should write this stuff down. But anyway, Paul Rudd, people keep saying that Paul Rudd never ages. Well, in this film, he does look older. So yes, he does age. Jonathan Majors as Kang is amazing. Now, my advice to you is to make sure that you've seen all of Loki season 1, all right? And Loki season 2 is due out later this year. My sister came with me tonight and she hasn't actually seen all of Loki. So when I was getting excited about certain plot points and certain things that happen in the movie and certain people that show up and stuff like that, no spoilers, but there were certain aspects that I said, well, you'd probably benefit from watching Loki. All right, so that's a bit of a tip for you, bit of a tease, maybe. I don't know. I mean, watch the film. Go watch the film anyway, because it's absolutely beautiful. She did point out, and she's got a point, my sister, that this could just be another world. They go into the quantum realm. That's no surprise. That's the whole point of the film. You all know this. And it could just be another planet. There's certain elements that I recognized from Lost in Space. There's Xena Warrior Princess elements. There's lots and lots of things like Guardians of the Galaxy. There's a lot of that kind of vibe to it. The quantum realm just could be another world. And she said that there wasn't much quantum about it, except one particular bit that I absolutely loved. And it is shown in the trailer, though it's not explained until you watch the film. One particular scientific quantum reference that I absolutely loved, and yeah, that was a highlight for me. There's loads and loads of highlights in this film. The action is really fast paced. Once again, much like the other Ant-Man movies, the humor is on point. Paul Rudd, you know, he is a funny guy. He is so entertaining no matter what. he appears in, and he's really, really good again in this movie as Scott Lang. The father-daughter relationship. There's scenes in the trailers where it shows Scott looking at his phone. He's got a picture of his daughter from the first movie. That's actually not in the film, but that's fine because you do get that vibe where he does regret somewhat the time that he's missed, but it's addressed quite amusingly. Excuse me. It's addressed quite amusingly, and Cassie actually points it out to him that she's in the time when he was away, she's had time to grow, which is very true. As all our kids do this, they grow up and they grow beyond us, and they surprise us and delight us at the same time, and make us very proud, as she does for her dad in this. So you can see there's a lot of parallels to other films, much like, I don't know, father-daughter, where he's trying to protect her and she just wants to grow. There's many other movies that I can't think of at this moment where they do that, and he actually has to listen to his daughter in order for him to realize the hero that she believes he is, you know. And I've heard that before, but it is so well done, and like Jonathan Majors really shines in this movie. I've heard it before from, I think, was it Kevin Feige? I forget who it actually was. Comment down below, let me know who it was that said Jonathan Majors was the MVP of this movie. I don't know about that because they're all pretty good. You know, Bill Murray's character, I don't know anything about Bill Murray's character, but I tell you what, he wasn't in it very long. But that's not really a bad thing. So anyway, I'm going to score this film 10 out of 10. Go see it, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of it. Have you seen it? And are you looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy? By the way, 2 post-credit scenes. So, see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, drop us a like and subscribe to see all future content.